Hello, put me through to the police. Yes, it's an emergency. Hello, look, I've got to talk fast. You know...
You'll have to talk faster than that, Trevor.
You didn't fool me for a minute. I know who you two are. I've seen your photos in the paper. And you're holding my auntie a prisoner in her own home, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. We're holding her prisoner. Think you're clever, don't you?
Yeah. It was dead easy, silly old cow. All we had to do was move in. Nothing she could do about it.
Well, what are you going to do now?
Can't have you two talking to the cops, can I?
Put him in here, Frankie. There's lots of room in here, and it's got a key, too.
In. One word out of you, Trevor, and they'll be calling you Sally. Better tie the old bat up and gag her.
You are, dear. Oh, and take this too. You'll need it, I should think.
Oh, Miss McBride, you shouldn't.
Don't be stupid. Thanks, Auntie. See you around. Come on, you.
It's been terrific, really.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, come on, Sarah. It'll be fun. Look, if you're afraid your mother won't let you, just say you're coming over to my place to study.
I can't, Beth. I told you. We're going out tonight.
You can see a movie any time. Look, Bill's party will be fantastic. His parents are away.
No, I have to go out with Mum and Dad.
Have you ever been to a party with boys?
Of course.
Sarah, you're never going to get a boyfriend if you won't go out with them.
I don't want a boyfriend.
I told Bill I'd get some chips and stuff for the party. You want to come?
Have to get home.
Okay. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
Have a good time.
We will.
See you tomorrow.
Hello, Sarah Roberts.
Yes?
I'm Jack Harris. I'm 80 of Dad's. Thought it was you, though I haven't seen you since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. Yeah, look, going round to your place for dinner tonight. Did he tell you?
No, we're going out tonight.
Oh, I know. Your dad told me. Asked me along. Figures he wouldn't say anything. Probably wants to surprise your mum. Say, you don't mind an old mate of your dad's tagging you along, do you?
No.
Good. Well, I'm going to your place now. Would you like a lift?
No, thank you.
Come on, Sarah. I'm not going to bite. Save yourself a walk.
Oh, all right. You coming to the movies, Mum?
No. No, I don't think I'll do that.
Did anyone see you?
I told them I was going to see Aunt Erica. They don't suspect a thing.
Good. Well, have you got anything?
I don't know how important this is, but Monica Ferguson wants me to help her to smuggle a few things into the prison.
What? Do you know?
She wouldn't tell me. She thinks because I'm the governor's niece, I can make a phone call to a friend of hers. All I have to do is tell her to send Moni's special things.
Special things.
That's what she said.
Well, who do you have to call?
I don't know. She just gave me a number.
Well, I don't like it. We're not supposed to allow prisoners' personal calls. If I got caught.
Well, it's up to you, but I thought you wanted to get your own back on Bea and Monica.
It's almost ready to be checked, Miss Bennett. Don't you ever feel, well, awful having to read the women's letters?
If you don't like it, you shouldn't work in a prison. Take those to the governor. Be quick about it.
Hi, Alice. It's Barb. Look, I can't talk too long. I want you to drop in a parcel. Today or tomorrow, as soon as possible. It's all right, you'll get paid for it. Could you address the parcel to Barbara Davidson? Thanks.
Well?
No worries. It's going to be sent to me.
Why?
Oh, Monica thinks my things won't be searched as much as hers.
Oh, look, that's ridiculous. The idea was for me to catch her receiving the parcel.
Well, you'll have to make sure you're here when it arrives. And don't be too thorough. Then wait for me to pass it over to Monica.
Miss Bennett,
Miss Vernon?
is there any mail for Lynn Warner?
No,
Well, perhaps have you looked?
I don't need to. No one ever writes to her. I think I know her a little bit better than you do, Miss Vernon.
Oh, really, Miss Bennett?
Look, don't kid yourself. They all think you're soft, a do-gooder. They're only going to use you.
I don't think that even warrants a reply.
Well, look, you're running around after already, aren't you? Coming to see if there's a letter for her.
Lynn Warner happens to be in hospital in case you've forgotten. I thought a letter might help. She's a very sick girl, Miss Bennett.
She's a waste of time.
I think if we could get the committee to agree on holding the fete at the school. Yes, and perhaps an art show. I should be able to raise a few $100. Oh, no, Sunday's out for me. I have to do the flowers at the church. No, can't tonight either. We promised Sarah that we'd take her out to dinner and then on to a film. Let's get together next week. Oh, she's fine. Doing awfully well at school. Right, okay, Mabel. Okay, I'll be in touch. Right, bye now. Can you remember what time that was? Did she say anything to you? I mean, did she tell you where she was going? All right, Beth, thank you. Sarah?
Hello there. Hey, something wrong?
Sarah's not home yet.
No. She knows we're going out. Where is she?
I don't know.
Well, have you tried the school? She might have been kept back. Or her friends?
Well, Beth said she left there over an hour ago and that she was coming straight home. Something must have happened to her, Ken.
Ah, look, she probably met up with one of her friends, got sidetracked.
It's not like Sarah. Do you think I ought to call the police?
Ah, don't be silly, love. I tell you what, you go and get ready. Guarantee she'll be back before you're finished.
But if something's happened to her...
Oh, Now, stop worrying. Look, we'll give her half an hour or so. If she's not home by then, we'll ring the police.
I'm the Regional Services Officer from Wentworth Prison. I rang through earlier this morning. Is it all right if I see Lynn?
Yes.
Hi. I spoke to your doctor, Lynn. He's worried about you. Seems to think that you don't want to help yourself. I told him that you're full of self-pity. Can't say that I blame you. I'd probably be feeling pretty sorry for myself, too. I mean, after all, what do you have to live for, right? Of course, you're only on remand. You haven't even been to trial yet. And there's always the possibility that you'd only have to serve a few more months. But that'd be a lifetime, wouldn't it? And what's the point in hanging around? You might as well end it all. The only thing that I'd be worried about would be hurting my parents. How do you think your parents would feel if you killed yourself, Lynn?
They'd probably be pleased.
You really think so? You think that they'd be happy to lose their only child? Do you love them? But you don't think that they love you?
How could they after what I've done?
Maybe they're shocked and disappointed, but you only feel like that because you love someone. And that doesn't stop you from loving that person.
You really believe that?
Yes. Have you written to them yet?
What would I say?
You know, it's funny. Out of most of the women that I've seen inside prison, oh, sure, there's always the odd families that turn their backs on them. But usually it's the other way around. I guess that they feel guilty and ashamed. But this is the time when they really need to keep in contact with their families. If you like, I could write to them for you. I'm sure they'll feel better if they heard from you. I've also arranged for you to see a lawyer.
Oh, what good's that gonna do? You heard what that man said?
Yes, well, he's the one who's agreed to defend you.
Well, I don't want him to.
He's one of the best barristers around, Lynn. If anyone can help you, he can.
I don't like him.
You don't have to like him. The important thing is that he's good. You've got to trust me, Lynn. I want to help you.
Why? Why would anyone want to help?
It's my job. And also, I think you deserve another chance in life.
I tried that once, remember?
So try it again. I don't think Doug would want you to throw in the towel. Do you?
Maybe if I drove around looking for her.
Well, where would you look?
Well, I can't just sit here and do nothing. She could have been in an accident. Anything.
All right, I'll call the police. She's probably quite all right, Catherine. Yes, hello. My name's Ken Roberts. My wife's concerned about our daughter. Yeah, well, she should have been home from school about 2 hours ago. Yes, we tried all that, but nobody's seen her. Well, I don't know all her friends, I suppose, no, but I guess...
Oh, darling, thank goodness you're here.
I'm sorry, she just walked in.
Worried about your father's on the phone already.
I'm sorry to
Thank
bother you.
goodness you're safe.
Bye.
Oh, we've been so worried about you.
I'm sorry, Mum.
So you should be, young lady. Where have you been?
I was at a friend's place.
For why in heaven's name didn't you telephone us? What's happened to your uniform? Sarah, look at me when I'm talking to you. That's a bruise. What have you been up to?
Hey, you hurt?
What happened, darling?
I fell over on the way home. Went back to a friend's place to clean up.
Well, why didn't you ring and tell us where you were?
I forgot the time.
Oh, well, as long as you're okay. Come on, chop, chop. Hurry up and get changed, otherwise we'll be late for the film.
Oh, you're too soft on her. made a special effort to be here early tonight. If she hasn't got the decency to ring and tell us where she is, I don't think we should go out.
Oh, don't be so hard on her, Ken. She's never done anything like this before. Let's just be grateful that she's all right.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Another drink?
I think I could do with one.
Hey, look, has she got time for a shower?
Sarah! Sarah, don't stay in there all night. We haven't got long.
I won't, Mom.
She seems upset.
She'll be all right when she's seen the film.
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Good afternoon, Miss Vernon.
I just talked to Lynn Warner. She's agreed to have you as a lawyer.
That's big of her.
Now, look, Mr. Wilson, Lynn's been through one hell of a lot, and the last thing that she needs is a lawyer who's going to push her around. So try to be gentle with her. I know it'll be difficult for
Miss
you.
Vernon, I think that I can manage to handle it.
Good.
I'm going to need some more antiseptic cream, and you better check the stocks while you're at it. Yes?
You wanted to see me?
You can finish up in here later, nurse. Thank you.
Remember what the governor said?
Look, I refuse to be treated like a...
Criminal?
I'm just not going to be watched. What's the matter? You afraid to be alone with me now?
I just don't want you to get into trouble.
Come sit down. Steve Wilson came to see me yesterday. He wanted to know if you were pregnant when you came into Wentworth. Why didn't you tell me you'd had an abortion? You always wanted children.
Forget it, Greg. It's none of your business.
None of my... Now, look, I'm the one who got you the lawyer in the first place, remember? I'm the one who wants to see you get a fair trial.
I know, and I appreciate it, but it doesn't concern you anymore.
Just like that. Oh, my job's done. You don't need me anymore, is that it?
Don't be ridiculous.
Look, I'm your friend. You can't tell me one day that you need my help and the next to butt out of your life.
You're not my lawyer, Greg.
No, he seems to be coming in a lot to see you lately. Can't have that much to keep going over.
What do you mean?
Well, he's an attractive man. You can do with his help more than mine now, can't you?
How dare you? I'm just another prisoner, Greg. Or had you forgotten?
I know when I last spoke to you, I may have sounded a little hard. But one thing you learn in my job is never to build a client's hopes too high. You never know what the jury's going to do or what the court will decide.
I've been in court before.
Yes, well, I've had a look at your record. I think we've got a very good chance of getting a low sentence if we work on the sympathy of the court.
Sympathy?
You'll plead guilty to being an accessory before and after the crime, but it's the reasons that you got involved that we'll be working on, all right?
Reason?
Yes, for instance, although you'll be tried for this crime and the jury isn't supposed to take into account your last trial, I think I can slip in a few of the details and get some compassion working for us. After your release, although you were innocent, people wouldn't accept you back into society the way they should have done, right? Now, the only person to show you any understanding was the man you married, Doug. Lynn, did he coerce you into helping in the robbery?
What does that mean?
And did he force you or threaten you?
Doug only wanted us to have a future together. He loved me.
Well, why did you help him do the job?
He said he and Bernie would do it alone if I didn't help. That it'd be more dangerous. I just didn't want him to get hurt.
Good. Good. I'm sorry, Lynn, but there are certain things that I do need to know, even if it hurts. Hey, you still want me to represent you? Good. You got the best in the business. You don't believe me?
It's what Miss Vernon said.
About me?
All through for the day?
Yeah, well and truly.
Oh, everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just been one of those days.
Well, mine on the whole was rather successful. I went to see Lynn Wanda today.
Oh, how's she getting on?
I don't think she'll be trying anything like that again.
Well, just gonna have to watch her more carefully this time, aren't we? Good night.
Say, Greg, would you like to come round for dinner one night this week?
Oh, thank you, I'd love to.
Great. I can't guarantee what the meal will be like, but the conversation will be marvellous.
You wanted to see me, Miss Bennett?
Yes, there's a parcel for you. I'll have to check it.
But
You heard me.
thank you. Sign in.
It's just that I've never seen her so quiet. She didn't seem to enjoy herself at all last night.
Well, it's probably a phase she's going through, Catherine, you know. Feeling embarrassed about going out with Mum and Dad.
You'll have to have a talk to her again.
I tried last night, but she shied away from me.
Well, she did say she wasn't feeling very well, but she hasn't got a temperature. Hope she's not coming down with flu.
Oh, it'd have to be something like that. Normally, wild horses wouldn't keep her away from school.
You don't think she's been in some sort of trouble at school, do you?
Why? She say something to you?
No. No, it's her attitude more than anything else. Well, it's as if she's frightened to go back to school.
She could have gotten into trouble with one of the teachers.
Or had a fight with one of her friends.
Oh, she's hardly the roughneck type, love. Oh, well, one day off school won't do her any harm. I'll have to rush. See you tonight.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Mum! Mum, where are you?
I'm here, darling. What is it?
Mum!
What's the matter? Did you have a nightmare? What is it, Sarah? Tell me. Please, darling.
He said he was a friend of Dad's.
Who said?
That man.
What man? What man are you talking about, Sarah? What happened?
He raped me.
Oh, good. Wouldn't you think they'd get sick of dishing up the same old muck every morning? And if I see another plate of porridge, you're going to throw up everywhere.
You ate enough of it?
Well, I've got to keep the strength up, don't I, Lizzie?
Yes. Well, well, girls, look who's here. Good morning, Vera. Lovely day, isn't it?
Hello, Vera.
How are you, Miss Bennett?
What's it feel like not having your old buddy in the same cell, Smith?
You'll never know what a big favour you did me, Vera. Don't have to listen to Molly snoring anymore now, do I?
Yeah, Bea and I always did get on better when we didn't share the same door.
Don't worry, Ferguson. I haven't forgot you and your friend setting me up.
It was only a joke, Miss Bennett. Come on, Lizzie.
It's just you. You gave me a fright.
I'll give you more than a fright if you're not careful. What do you think you're playing at?
I don't know what you mean.
Why haven't you handed that parcel to Ferguson?
She told me to wait. Look, she doesn't want the other women to know, so she told me to hang on to it until the coast's clear.
When will that be?
Well, I was just going. All you have to do is keep them busy while I put it in Monica's cell. Then you arrange to have the cell searched.
I can't order a spot check, not without good reason.
You'll have to think of one then, won't you?
If this doesn't work, you'll regret it.
Wonder how Miss McBride's doing. Reckon she'll be okay, Frankie?
She's done all right before.
Bloody nephew of hers. It's only after her money. Huh. Visiting her once a year. Hope she's not too lonely. How much we got left out of what she gave us?
Nothing.
How come?
Need some fags.
Oh, I could have got something to eat out of that.
Take more than $1 to feed you, you great elephant.
Look who's talking.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Looking for a job?
You're off your rock.
Oh, no. All we got to do is find a big place, like a factory, and then we can get into the crowd and no one will check up on us.
Waste of bloody time.
Oh, you got a better idea? Oh, here's one. Packers wanted. That sounds like something we could do, Frankie.
Too risky.
It wouldn't be so risky if just one of us checked it out. If we split up, just till one of us gets a job.
I've had a gutful of working in factories.
All right, then. I'll go. You wait here. I won't be long.
Hey, Doreen. You're not running out on me, are you?
You stupid lug. We're a team, aren't we?
Oh, Meg, good. Vera has just told me she thinks some of the women are planning to break out of prison.
I overheard them talking in the laundry.
Have you heard or noticed anything like that, Meg?
No, but surely they wouldn't.
Oh, well, if Doyle and Anderson got away with it, they probably think they can also.
Some of them already have knives hidden in their cells.
Do you know who are involved?
Well, it sounded like Smith and her crowd, but it could be another one of their little jokes.
Well, we can't afford to take any chances. We'll have spot checks of the cells now.
You're next.
Flaming cheek.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Lizzie, what have you pinched this time?
Nothing, I'm going straight.
Quiet. All right, Ferguson. Your turn.
Excuse me, Mrs. Davidson. May I ask what you're looking for? Do you think we've smuggled in a man or something?
Mrs. Davidson.
Found them under the pillow. I don't know where the hell they came from, I swear.
Be quiet.
Look, they're not mine, I'm telling you.
Where did you get these?
I don't know. I didn't put them there.
You know the penalty for possessing drugs?
Now, Sarah, you say this man was a friend of your father's. Can you remember his name?
Jack Harris, I think.
I've never heard Ken mention him.
It's probably just a ploy to get Sarah in the car.
But he said he knew me.
He could have found that out a dozen different ways.
Had you ever seen the man before, Sarah? Perhaps around outside the school?
Would you recognize this man again?
Yes.
Well, your description's a little vague. Dark hair, brown eyes, about 6 feet, wearing a blue or dark grey suit.
Well, isn't that enough?
Mrs. Roberts, there could be hundreds of men out there that answer that description.
And one of them attacked my daughter.
Sarah, can you remember anything about his car? Any of the registration, for instance?
I'm sorry.
Don't you worry. Take your time. Now, what about the colour or the make of the car?
Red. But I don't know what kind it was.
Oh, look, my daughter was being molested at the time. How can you possibly expect her to remember what sort of car it was?
Mrs. Roberts, please, we know this isn't easy, but we'll need all the help your daughter can give us if we're going to find him.
Now, this vacant lot, do you think you could find it again?
I don't know. I might.
Did he use force?
Oh, really, Sergeant, he hit her. Isn't that enough?
Mrs. Roberts, we have to ask these questions.
Did he have a knife or a weapon of any sort? Sarah, do you remember if you fought him? Perhaps you might have scratched him.
I tried, but he was too strong. He hit me and said he'd kill me if I screamed. I tried, but...
Seth, it'll all be over soon, darling.
Mrs. Roberts, could we have the uniform that Sarah was wearing yesterday, please?
Why?
I will send it to forensic. It might tell us something.
I washed it.
I beg your pardon?
Well, last night. It was dirty. I didn't know then about Sarah, and so I washed it.
I won't ask you again.
Look, how can I tell you something I don't know? I swear to God, somebody else put that stuff there, not me.
All right. You'll be confined to solitary until we get to the bottom of this.
You can't do that.
See to it, Miss Bennett.
Yes, Mrs. Davidson.
See, there is someone on duty in the garden at all times. It would be a simple matter for drugs to be thrown over the fence.
I've been set up.
I will not have this happening again. I want security tightened immediately. Everything coming into the prison must be searched, and I mean thoroughly. I want all visitors searched, and all officers and staff. I can't rule out the fact that a member of my staff could have brought them in, Meg.
I suppose not.
If we can't find out how they came in, at least we can stop any more from coming in. By the way, did you find any knives or anything in the cells?
It's probably as Vera said, a joke.
Well, how do you think it went?
Where's the rest of it?
What do you mean?
That doll would have held 10 times as many pills as that.
Monica must have already distributed them.
Who did you ring?
What?
Who did Monica Ferguson ask you to ring?
I don't know. I mean, she just gave me the phone number. I tore it up. I can't remember what it was.
Your aunt's not going to let this rest, you know. She'll go flat out to find how that stuff got in here.
She'll only know if you tell her. But you wouldn't do that. You could lose your job. Oh, don't worry. I won't say anything either. I mean, I may need you.
You little bitch.
Mr. Roberts, you're sure the name Jack Harris doesn't ring a bell? I mean, you could have met him some years ago.
No, I never heard of him, Sergeant.
All right, well, that's all we need at this stage. Thank you.
You go up to bed, darling. I'll be up in a minute.
We'll bring some photographs around for Sarah to look at, Mrs. Roberts.
Photographs?
Known sex offenders.
You mean there are men out there that you know are rapists, and you do nothing whatsoever about it?
It's the court's job to put them away, Mrs. Roberts. We just try and catch them.
We want this man caught, Sergeant.
And so do we. But I'll be honest with you, we haven't got much to work on. Well, a vague description of the man, no idea of the make of car, and it won't be easy. And it's unlikely, if we do find him, that it'll stand up in court.
What do you mean?
Sarah didn't report the rape straight away, Mrs. Roberts. She waited over 15 hours. She had showered and her uniform was washed. Normally, in rape cases, the victim has to be examined by a police doctor as soon as possible.
Well, you called in our own doctor, didn't you?
Yes, as soon as Sarah told me. And he confirmed that she'd been molested.
Does Sarah have a boyfriend?
No. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, we have known cases, Mrs. Roberts, where a girl has a boyfriend and they have intercourse and the girl gets scared and says she's been raped.
Well, now, look. We brought up our daughter properly, Sergeant. That means she knows the facts of life. If she says she's been raped by this animal, then we believe her.
Yes, Mr. Roberts. Well, we'll get back to you.
Why the hell didn't she tell us last night?
She was ashamed. She didn't want us thinking badly of her.
Oh, why would we do that, for crying out loud?
Maybe we've expected too much of her. Maybe if we hadn't put her on such a high pedestal, she might have found it easier to confide in us.
May I have the incoming parcels book, please? I don't care how innocent a parcel looks. I want it and its contents checked thoroughly. If you have any doubts at all, I expect to be advised. Have you put someone in the garden?
I've been there most of the afternoon. Bella's just taken over.
Monica Ferguson hasn't received a parcel since she's been in here.
Well, it could have come in by a visitor.
From now on, I want 2 officers on duty in reception. They are to check all personal belongings of visitors and staff, and at no time is a prisoner to have physical contact with any visitor. I shall also want spot checks on the cells at odd intervals. Is that clear?
I just can't figure it. I mean, Molly's never been into drugs. It's just not in her. She may have been an aspirin freak, but that's as far as it goes.
Or maybe she wanted to make some money inside.
Yeah, there are enough druggies in here to make a killing. Oh, God, I don't know. Look, I've known Molly for years. She wouldn't.
Well, some people would do anything for money.
You know what really gets my goat? Is that we're not going to have a shred of privacy left us, and all because of some bitch. And I'm not saying I think it's Molly either. They're going to be watching us so carefully we won't be able to spit in private. And I'll lay you 100 to 1, they'll be searching our cells every chance they get.
Yeah, why the hell couldn't you brought in some booze? God, you could get hooked on those drugs, but Plonk never did nobody any harm.
Oh, shut up, Lizzie.
Frankie? Frankie? Where are you? Frankie, it's me!
Where have you bloody well been?
I went for that job. I told you.
4 bloody hours couldn't have taken you that long.
They gave me a test run, packing some fruit.
Did you get it?
Blew it, Frankie. Oh, I was doing real good. Then I got hungry. I only took a few bits, but I didn't know anyone was looking. Oh, I'm sorry, Frankie.
You'd have made a lousy packer anyhow.
But I got us somewhere to stay.
How come?
Oh, well, I met this guy I knew years ago. Funny, I met him just as I was coming out the factory. Small world, huh? Anyway, he doesn't care what I'd done or nothing. And he said we could bunk in with him for a while, you know, just till we get on our feet. For old time's sake.
Why didn't you think of this bloke when we first broke out? Thought you said you didn't know anyone.
Yeah, well, that was just because I didn't know where he lived. His name's Todd. Toddy.
Where is this bloke? His house?
Oh, no, he works on night shift. That's why we could move in. He won't be back till the morning.
You just met him today, didn't you?
Oh, no, Frankie. Honest. Yeah.
How come he's letting us move in, Doreen? You had it off with him, didn't you?
So what if I did? It got us a roof over our heads, didn't it? And you weren't coming up with anything better. I'm sick of running, Frankie. I just want to stop for a while, that's all. It's not going to kill me. Just for a few days, till we think of something else, okay?
Oh, did you have a bit of a sleep? What's wrong? I was just remembering back a couple of years when you wanted to join the pony club, remember? And then you had that accident and you fell off and you hurt yourself.
I didn't want to go back.
No, but I said you had to. Otherwise, you'd always be too scared to ever ride a horse again.
Dad didn't want me to go back either.
Aren't you glad you did? You're really awfully good now.
Mum, what'll happen if they catch that man?
There'll be a trial.
Will I have to go?
Yes, Sarah.
Why?
Well, they'll want to ask you some questions. And they'll want you to tell them that was the man.
I can't. can't face him again.
But he's got to be punished.
I don't want to, and I can't see him again. Nobody believes me anyway.
Darling, we believe you. And your father and I won't let you be hurt anymore.
What are you doing out here?
I wanted to see you. I've been doing a little thinking, Vera. It's not going to be very comfortable in here. You know, being watched all the time.
It's the same for everyone.
And I'm used to a bit of privacy and a few home comforts. Something like a portable television, for instance. Or colour, of course. I'd like it in my cell. Don't you think that'd make life a little more bearable, Vera?
That's impossible.
Oh, no, it isn't. Some women are allowed special privileges. And I'm sure you could arrange it through Auntie Erica. Of course, I couldn't pay for it, but I'm sure a friend like you would be able to do something about that.
Don't try and blackmail me, Davidson.
Blackmail? Oh, I wouldn't say that. I'd just say it was payment for services rendered. As soon as possible, Vera?
Don't count on it.
Now, if I ever find you or anyone else hanging around Ferguson's cell again, I'll see you all spend a little time in solitary. Where's Barbara Davidson?
Here.
Where have you been?
Nature called. Is that all right, or do I have to ask permission?
Did you find out anything, Bea?
I reckon Monica's innocent. I don't think she had anything to do with those drugs.
Well, has she any idea how they got into her cell?
Well, that's what we're going to have to find out. And the cow who did it isn't going to get away with it if it's the last thing I do.
It was probably Vera.
Probably. Anyway, whoever did it is going to be very sorry. Sometimes you could take the law into your own hands to see that justice is done properly.
Sorry I'm late, love. Had to catch up on some work. Well, how is she?
I had to call the doctor again. He's given her a sedative. Did you have to go back to work?
Well, there's nothing more I could do here, Catherine. You know that. She would have needed you more than me. I think the sooner we all get back to normal, the better it will be for all of us.
Don't forget what's happened, you mean?
Oh, no, of course not.
Ken, what are we going to do?
Well, there's nothing much we can do now. Let the police handle things. Although...
Although what?
No, nothing, love.
Oh, come on. What were you going to say?
I don't think they're going to catch this bloke, love.
But they've got to.
Oh, what if they do? What then? Just means that Sarah's going to have to go through the whole thing again. Relive every moment.
Oh, God, don't you think I know that? She's my daughter and I know what she's going through. She's going through hell because some animal. Well, he's got to be punished. He's got to be made to suffer. He's not going to get away with this. I won't let him.